It's Clive Roxinger here. This maiden voyage isn't going to go very long. Yeah, it did fly apart. It didn't actually disintegrate. This motor is way underpowered. How the hell I've done that? And now I think I'm starting to understand what they mean by, is it a 2-pole motor, is it a 4-pole motor? Apparently that relates to the torque. And this apparently is a very low torque motor. And it can hardly move all of this, but providing I get all the gears worked out, lubricate it, get it all running freely, and work all the ratios out, I'll put it on its lightest possible ratios, and I might be able to do light cuts with it. I reckon I can be able to do some very, very light machining with this. This is going to be its maiden voyage. I've had it running before, but everything's, well, as you'll see here, it'll probably blow the fuse. Let's just see what happens here. I'm just checking. That wire's nowhere near there. Nothing near the gears, put that on that side. Looks alright. See what happens. Well, there you go, that's about it. I'm not going to do it anymore, because I reckon it'll probably fly apart. And it's running backwards. But once I lubricate that up, see, it's the momentum of all the rotating parts that enables you to cut. So in actual fact, all it really has to do is it actually doesn't get presented with any real load when you cut it with this lantern head and these tiny little tits. The actual resistance is almost negligible because you're only sort of like pushing on it with that tiny little tip at the end of that, and it's the actual rotating of all that steel bits, you know, the momentum of that big wheel and all that. That's actually what's driving the thing and stopping it from actually physically stopping. So if you grabbed on it, it'll break your wrist because it's got the motion of all this stuff rotating around, rotational dynamics, and so you've got all of that, I think it's rotational inertia, driving it around in circles. So really all I've got to do is get it rotating and it will be able to cut. So yeah, it's very much underpowered. Stupid idiot, but you know, nobody will teach me nothing. I didn't know about this. They kept asking, you want 2-pole, you want 4-pole, smart asses. If they had told me it related to the top, see, they're fucking smart asses. This is what you're going to find out with me, is I'm going to unravel all of this. These lying electrician assholes, most of these people that work in engineering firms, are the biggest bunch of lying dog shit on planet Earth. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to unravel all of this. And I'll find out exactly how much power it takes to run this, the sort of motor that you need, and identify it, and you'll be able to bloody well go out and fix it yourself. Don't trust these freaking assholes these days. They're all a bunch of lying asses. They'll just sell you any shit that they can find, and they'll lie to you till the freaking cows come home. I've got this going, but it's grossly underpowered. But it is moving round and round in circles. So I should be able to do some very light machining with this once I lubricate it. The biggest drawback with this at the moment is this bearing in here. As I haven't lubricated, it's still dry, and that was a second-hand bearing. It might even be damaged. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this motor, and if I lubricate all this and get it all greased and that, I should be able to get it to the point where I can machine with it. I should be able. I'm pretty confident I can machine with this. And luckily I've got the little lantern heads. That's great, because they're only little fine little tips. They don't offer much resistance, and I should be able to at least use it. I need to do a bit more research on it, learn a bit more about it. But yeah, it goes. It goes backwards, but it may be just a matter of rewiring that switch. So it might not be a big problem. I've actually got the reversing switch there too, and I believe that can be done as well. I made all my brackets up nice. That'll be alright. I've got to make a holster up. That felt hot. Was that hot? No. I thought that was hot. I'm going to unplug that. Very, very safety conscious. So, Clive Roxinger over now. Got it going. Clive Roxinger over now.